Hi guys, I am back with another video about how to tune your zither to play in new and fun ways. Today we're going to cover two harmonic scales, which sound really exotic and fun, and we're also going to do the whole tone scale and the blues scale. So stick around and you will find out all kinds of awesome new sounds that you can use in your music. So first we're going to cover the harmonic major scale. Now this one is basically just a major scale, except you lower the sixth note of the scale 1/2 step. And it comes out sounding really cool and Middle Eastern, and I've heard it often called the Aladdin scale because it sounds very exotic. So this is kind of how it sounds. So you can tell it's really fun. Now this is a little harder for improvising, but if you're used to improvising with a full diatonic scale, then you should be able to do this pretty easily. Some fun things you can do, it can sound something like this. And next we have our harmonic minor scale, which is very similar to the last one. All you do is keep your tuning from the last scale and then take the third and put it down 1/2 step as well. So this one sounds a little bit more minor, a little bit more sad, but it keeps that exotic kind of flair. So here's what it sounds like. Which is really fun, and all together like this. Again, it just has that really Middle Eastern kind of sound. So if you're looking for something like that, this is a fantastic scale to use. So the next scale that we're going to talk about is called the whole tone scale. And this one is really different and sounds really cool. It's one of my favorites. You'll often hear it in movie soundtracks along like space themed things, or like when someone is falling. It just sounds really neat and different. So the way that we have to do the whole tone scale for a diatonic instrument is we have to double one of the notes. Otherwise, everything ends up getting tuned too far away from its original note, and you risk breaking strings and damaging your instruments. So what I did on this instrument, which is originally tuned to D major, is I doubled the F sharp, which is the third note of the scale. So what I did was I just tuned everything a whole step apart. So starting with D, we have D, E, F sharp. And then since that's the third note of the scale, I doubled the F sharp, so there's two of those. And then next you have G sharp, and then a B, a C, and a D. So it sounds really cool. Here it is all together. And then I'll play it without the doubling. It sounds very cool. And coming up from the bottom, it sounds like this. It's this very kind of spacey, floaty feeling scale. And all together, when you do it upwards, it's very like wondering what's going on sort of feeling. And when you do it downwards, it's very... sort of like a dipping down sort of feeling. So the whole tone scale is one that you can use for all kinds of experimental music or just to have fun with. The last scale that I want to cover for you today is called the blues scale. This is really close to the pentatonic scales that I did in my last video. but it includes a flat fifth. So the notes in this one are D, F, G, A flat, A, and C. So to get there, we had to do a little bit more doubling. In this one, I've doubled the tonic, so there are 2 Ds here and 2 Ds up here. Oh, right here. So when you're playing, just be conscious of the fact that you have 2 tonics. I like having 2 of those because it helps the whole melody stay rooted if you have 2 of the most important notes. So here's how it sounds. A very bluesy kind of feel. I really like this one. So if you want to do something bluesy or maybe from the 30s or the 40s, this is a great scale to use. It's really fun. And that wraps up all the scales that I have for you today. If you want to check out my video about pentatonic scales, I will put a link in the description. Those are really great for beginners or kids because you can kind of do whatever and it sounds good. And the next video I'll be doing will cover modes on the zither, which is something really fun and a new way to make your music sound different than usual. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.